Hey everyone, today I'm gonna do a new get ready with me. I haven't done one of these videos in forever, but today I'm doing this look, starting from nothing and doing all of this. So it's like a lot of glitter on the eyes, it's a lot of metallic on the lips, it's a lot of everything. If there is a time in life to be extra, it's gotta be the holidays. Hopefully you're with me on that because we're doing this today. Do you guys like these kind of videos? I wanna know, how do you feel? Let me know in the comments or let me know by like giving me a thumbs up on this video, something like that. It's a long one, it's a chatty one. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, let's do this. There's no fixing this. I'm in like full tumbleweed mode, just avert your eyes. First up for my primer, I'm using the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I have used this one on and off for years and years and years, and recently I've been adding to this little mini travel size, not because I don't have a bigger size, but because I don't have space for the giant one. I actually got like a big tube of it and I just squirt it in there. That way I don't have to travel around with a giant size. Oh my gosh, I think this is all done. Maybe we can get a little bit more out of it. It's the NYX Matte Finishing Spray that I use as kind of like a primer. Oh yeah, it sounds completely empty, but of course it's a Christmas miracle and I have like just a little bit more. I'm gonna have to buy some like tomorrow. And I'm just gonna like pat over it with a dampened Not Beauty Blender sponge. This is actually the Flower Beauty sponge, and this is the only one I've had, and I've had it for a while, and I think it's been through some hard times because now every time I wash it, it like doesn't fully recover. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's kind of got like permanent wrinkles. Please don't tell me that that's a sign of like a mold infestation, because I don't think my heart can handle it. I just need to go get a new one. That's all it means. I just need a new one. Don't think about it. But really, for the past few months, this has definitely been my go-to sponge. More than Beauty Blender, more than the L'Oreal one, more than the Tarte one. I just love this one. It is so soft. Fuzz is going everywhere. I think it's from my like abominable You know what I mean. This sweater that is very extra. My mom gave me this for my birthday and I love it. I love an extra sweater, but you know, it's very fuzzy. Okay, I need to stop talking and start makeuping or we're never gonna get this done. Okay, and to set my primer, I'm using the Laura Mercier loose powder and I'm just like going over very lightly over my whole face. I started doing this trick a couple years ago and I've used it on and off. It just helps your makeup stay matte and it also makes it stay on longer. It doesn't make sense in like the laws, the rules of makeup, the science, what we've all been told since day one. It doesn't make sense, but it works. Now I'm grabbing this Catrice Peach Corrector and I'm using it under my eyes and also on my eyelids because I have a ton of veins and purple discoloration. I feel like the veins get worse every day of my life. And I don't think there's like anything that you can do about it. Like no facial, no eye cream, no nothing is gonna change that. I feel like the veins are the veins and I'm just like a super veiny person, like all over my body really. Oh, by the way, are you noticing the hands? This is like when self-tanner attacks. It's really bad. The other day I was working out and my trainer was like, okay, I get in my head, I think that like in my own little world, I've been using self-tanner for so long and I've been screwing up my self-tanner for so long, for as long as I've been doing it. I'm just like, people don't care, people don't notice. Nope, they notice. And I was wearing a long sleeve top and I was working out and he was like, why are your hands so yellow? I was like, well, and I explained. But yeah, I got busted / called out / super shaded. Shout out to Paul. Can't ever get anything by him. I also use this corrector on the veins that I have on my neck. It's probably not totally important that I do this, but I do this. And I sound really weird when I do this. Usually not talking when I do it. And a little lip balm on my lips. My lips have been so dry, it's disgusting. I think it's California's fault. I was in California last week, everything got dry. It hasn't recovered. For my eye primer, I'm using the No. 7 Stay Perfect Smoothing and Brightening Eye Base. And again, it's kind of like a salmon color primer, and so it further counteracts that darkness and vein situation, or at least it tries to. I do all I can. Ew. I definitely have some weird like eyelid dryness. Have you ever had that before? I don't feel like I've ever had that in my entire life until like the last month, and I'm not sure how to fix it. I'm at a loss. This is a desperate situation. If you have any advice, I would love to know it. Next up, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Foxy eyeshadow. This is just basically like an off-white shadow to set the primers, and I can't find my big fluffy brush. Oh, I'm just gonna use my finger. This might have been a mistake. Aha! I found it! Wow, that is such a game changer. This is just like a basic eyeshadow brush, and it just puts on the color so much better. This is a Sigma brush, and I've had it for so long, there isn't even any writing on it. It has stood the test of time. There are a ton of different eyeshadow palettes I could use right now, but I'm just gonna be going back to my good old faves, the Makeup Geek eyeshadow palette that I created myself. This is like everyday favorites, standby, tried and true, holy grail Makeup Geek shadows. Makeup Geek is just good. If you haven't tried it, I feel like people don't talk about it as much as they used to, but it's still good and it's still affordable. It's still worth it. And I'm gonna be using some of my favorites in this look. I actually don't totally know what I'm gonna use right now, but I guess we'll see. First up, I'm dipping into a good old classic cult fave Peach Smoothie, the best transition color of all time. When I get a new palette, I'm always kind of looking at it and hoping there's gonna be like a peach smoothie-esque transition color. I feel like you can go crazy with this peach smoothie color and it doesn't matter. Like you can like really go to town with it and it's never gonna like screw you over. You can trust it. It's a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Ooh, side note, my brows are crazy. I don't know if you can totally see them. Can you see them? They are fully grown in. I don't know what I'm doing. I am an eyebrow plucker and I used to do it like every single day, but for some reason I've lost the will to do it. This is just where I'm at in my life right now. Crazy ungroomed eyebrows. Like a little bit groomed, but they're very full. I don't know. I guess I'm just over it. Next up, I'm grabbing a little bit of this little like beige brown color. It's called Fake Sale. It looks like it wouldn't be dark enough to do anything, but you'll see. It's gonna do something. I'm really going to town with it on like the outer third of my lid, but I'm not being precise like at all. I'm just trying not to like cover up all of the peach smoothie that goes up towards my brow. Okay, next up I'm going in with this color right here. It's a very like red orange brown. It's called Sidekick. It's very similar to Cocoa Bear if you have that one. Cocoa Bear is amazing. This one's just a little bit more orange. Obviously, if you're trying to recreate this look, you don't have to use the same products. A brown is a brown is a brown. Not exactly, but most of us have like 800 million orangey browns and like different tans. Use what you got. This is just what I'm doing. Now I'm using a much smaller brush and I'm gonna be grabbing this dark brown Americano and I'm just like darkening up the outer corner. Surprise, surprise. Guess what I was watching today while I was getting ready to record this video, which you're like, oh my gosh, what do you have to do to get ready for a video? Like you were completely naked face at the beginning of this video. As I was setting up, oh my gosh, this background. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like slightly wrinkly. I steamed this thing. I have like rigged up this whole thing. I was freaking out. I was trying to do a thing. It did not work. Things were not on my side today, but what was making my day was that I was watching I'll Be Home for Christmas. It's an old one. Unless you're like a child of the 90s, you might not remember it, but it's good old Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And it is a classic Christmas movie. Not classic like White Christmas, but you know, it's a classic in my heart. I have not been watching the Christmas movies this year. Like I haven't been watching any like Hallmark movies or anything. I do watch Hallmark movies. I don't know if you guys like the cheesiest of the cheesy Christmas movies. I really resisted them for so long, but like they get me, okay? They suck me in and they soothe my soul. Okay, for some reason this eye is not on my team today. Yesterday I got a lash lift, which it's super subtle. I don't know if you can even tell, but it's super subtle because I'm going to get lash extensions again. I know I really only took off like, I don't know, 6 months, but I'm going back. I need them. The addiction is real. It's so just like irreplaceable just to be able to wake up in the morning and have like crazy cartoon eyelashes. It's not for everybody, but it's for me. But what I was trying to say is this eye, I feel like it has some like adhesive on it or something, like invisible adhesive, that even though I like cleaned my eyes, cleaned my face, used eye makeup remover and everything, like, I don't know, it's turning out weird over here. And I think that's the reason. And honestly, there's no turning back. I'm sorry. This might just be like the star eye, so just don't look at that one. Back to the important topic at hand, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Was he your crush when you're a kid? I feel like he was everybody's crush. Like, I wasn't into boy bands or any of that stuff, like, at all. But Jonathan Taylor Thomas, like, he was undeniable. He was Simba, okay? I don't know if the ages were quite right for me to really have a crush on him, but I did. He was just so cute. I wonder what he looks like now. Oh, I need to Google that immediately. Okay, I'm going back into that last orangey brown because this is not blending the way I planned. Now I have just like this little bitty tiny detail brush, and I'm getting just a little bit of matte black. And I'm trying to just use like the smallest amount ever, just on the outer corner. I'm just kind of like laying it down. Okay, now I'm going back in with my pencil brush. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more of that Americano on my brush. I am determined to save this eye. It is in bad shape, you guys. This is like 911 life alert. Okay, going back to the slightly fluffier brush. Getting a little bit darker than I anticipated. That is always me and black eyeshadow. It just like always gets out of hand. I shouldn't be trusted. Whatever, man. Oh my gosh, how did I get black eyeshadow on my nose? Oh, girl, you're a mess. Go home. Hey, Mom. How does it get like under my nails? What have I been doing? Anyway, now it's time to get interesting. Recently, I got these Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots, and this one's in Fire Dancer, and it is so pretty. It is so pigmented. It is like a gel, but it's a shadow. It's so metallic. It's like you have to see it and touch it to believe it. You don't have to wet your brush. I use my fingers. It's just gorgeous. And I'm gonna be using this like fire red color. Actually, I'll tell you the color name like a YouTuber. This is Fire Dancer. It's so nice. There's more like subdued colors as well, and there's also a black. I have not used the black yet. This one has been my favorite so far. I'm getting in the holiday spirit. Like red eyeshadow. I actually used this and it was like a work day. It did not go unnoticed. It's not exactly the work environment where I'm like gonna get in trouble for my makeup or something, but like someone's gonna say something if I have like fire truck red chrome eyeshadow. I just could not resist. This stuff is just so fun to play with, and I had to do it. I'm sorry. And I feel like it makes my hazel eyes look extremely green, and that is all I want in my life. Okay, yet again, this eye is just on another planet. It's not on my team. But you can see what I'm saying about these chrome paints. Like, they're not joking, except it's not a paint, it's not a liquid, it's not annoying to work with. It's amazing. I might be fooling myself, and like, if I am, don't tell me, but I feel like that blended out okay. At first, it was not the easiest thing to blend. You can't really like blend out chrome, or it'll kind of like break down a little bit. Okay, suddenly I feel like I'm going a little Star Wars. Like, I don't know what character I'm thinking of. It's the one with the red and the black. Excuse me if you are getting the same visual that I'm getting. I don't know what his name is, but now I'm going to sort of make that chrome paint irrelevant because I'm going to use a glitter. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in Grind, which is this really pretty kind of gold iridescent pink. And this is going to be the adhesive for this glitter. And this is from NYX, and this is just like a triple pot of glitter. I actually haven't decided between the red and the rose gold or like copper color. It's ruby and copper. I'm not sure which one I want to use. I've used both of them. They're both really, really pretty. I feel like I should go copper since I'm getting those Star Wars vibes right now, and it's not exactly what I wanted. It's not exactly putting me in the Christmas spirit. Look at the copper color. You could also definitely use the NYX glitter glue. It definitely works really well, and it's also not adding like another layer of glitter to your lids, which can get a little thick, a little chunky, but it's actually not that bad. Oh my gosh, I'm immediately regretting it. I wish I did the ruby color. There's no going back. Actually, as it all mixed together, it sort of has a pink hue, which is really pretty. Surprise! This is really coming together. Isn't it so nice when your makeup actually works when you're recording? I feel like I haven't done this in forever. I don't know why. I just got very like relaxed with my makeup and just kind of wanted to do like a routine, you know? Like something I could just count on, like use favorite products, use something that like I know this is like my look, something I don't have to think about too much, because I've just been like so busy, honestly, for like the past year. And everyone's busy. I feel like my life has been moving like at warp speed for a year. Oh, I just tapped all of that glitter off onto my phone. And then now adding wedding planning on top of everything, it's just insanity. Wedding planning and then also like traveling like every other weekend because either Grant has an interview or we're doing a visit or something, or I'm like going to do a shoot. Actually, I haven't done anything like that in a while, but I'm going to be doing one in January, which I'm very excited about. Ooh, glitter mama. Was that weird? It was weird for me. It is so intense and I love it. Make sure I got the color around the glitter. Okay, I'm like fully bathed in glitter. It's a good look, but it's got to stop. Okay, it's finally time for foundation. I'm using one of my all-time favorites. This is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless in number 220. It helps balance out the face and the body skin tone difference. Just pour out a little bit on my hand like a makeup artist professional. I know they don't do this. Maybe they do this. That is how outside of that world I am. I've been using this or a mix of this and the YSL All Hours, or this with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's a lot of this though. I mean, I just love it. And yes, I like bring it all the way down my neck because I have all those veins and they just really, really annoy me. I wish there was something like a laser or something. You know what? Honestly, that is something that I kind of want to do. I don't even know anything about them, but I don't know, you always hear there's like some laser that's like resurfacing somebody's skin. And honestly, I feel like I need that. My skin has gotten so weird. I swear I have so many blackheads. Okay, I want to go on Dr. Pimple Popper. I don't even know where she's located. I know Nikki Tutorials went on there, but like, do you guys watch Dr. Pimple Popper? I want to go on there. I need her to like tell me what's wrong with my face. Why do I have so many blackheads? It's disgusting. Probably because of all the makeup. It's a vicious cycle though. Like you wear the makeup because you have bad skin and then it gives you worse skin and you have to keep wearing the makeup. I need to like cover this knuckle in foundation. Oh, that's like not even helping it. I'm trying, y'all. I know it looks bad. I know I look like a freak of nature. This foundation is so nice. It just never fails me. It doesn't feel heavy. It gives me good coverage. I could build it up from here. Like, you don't have to stop here. You could totally add more and get more coverage out of it, but like, I don't really feel like I need it. These eyes are crazy. What am I doing with my life? I don't have the answer. You always think like one day you're just gonna like feel like you know what's going on. That still hasn't happened for me. Next up, I'm grabbing my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the color Light 2.5 Creme Brulee. I love this concealer. I've been using it consistently since I got it. I think this was a new one this year and I've really been enjoying it. Never fails me around the nose. I've always got redness. Don't know a cure for that either. I need so many cures. Vein cure, blackhead cure, nose redness cure. I need to do some research. Now for my under eyes, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in light medium. Did you guys watch my full coverage concealer battle? I feel like people did not appreciate that video and that was like my passion. Like I was so excited to make that video. Full coverage concealer is my jam. It is my lifeblood. Like I needed to survive and I was so pumped when I saw that Urban Decay concealer come out. And so like I had to do that like comparison all day review kind of thing. And then like not a lot of people watched it, which I was pretty disappointed with. I mean, maybe you guys just don't care about full coverage concealer the way that I do. I don't know. Needless to say, still using the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using the sponge all on the concealer that I put on my face, except for under my eyes, because I feel like under my eyes I want all the coverage I can get, and so I use this little like slanted kabuki brush from Makeup Geek, and I just kind of like tap it in because I want it to be like all the pigment right where I want it. Now I'm going back to my Laura Mercier loose powder and I'm just setting everything. Okay, just realized I really need some brows, and I'm going to be using the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder. I think it just came out not too long ago, and at first I was like, no, because it comes with this little applicator that's like a pointy sponge tip applicator, and I just didn't respect that on any level. It does have this really cool thing on the inside of the applicator. It's like the tiniest, babyest spoolie you've ever seen, and I love how they like hid it in there. But doing your brows with this sponge tip applicator, I don't approve. It does not work for me, and so I bust out my extremely busted slanted brow brush, and I mostly use the darker shade through my whole brow, but I do the front end with a little bit of this lighter color. I like the shape. I feel like they're kind of like fooling us with the amount of product they're giving us, but it's cute, okay? Benefit is cute, no one can deny that. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I'm using the color 1, which is the lightest shade. Oh, you know what I need to update you guys on? Invisalign. Can you tell my teeth are straighter? Of course, I'm not wearing them right now, which you're supposed to wear them like 99% of your life. I have not been a star Invisalign patient for sure, but I'm definitely getting results. I don't know. I like doing something where you're like getting results and seeing progress, and Invisalign is definitely one of those things, but it is the most annoying process on the planet. I want to do like a whole video once I'm finally done and like spill the tea on Invisalign. I mean, like, you just have like all these big dreams of like straight teeth and you're gonna be able to take it out when you want, no big deal. And I feel like the people that are like Googling like Invisalign experience before and afters and stuff like that, like, they deserve to know. It is 0% fun. And to finish my brows, I'm using a brow gel by Stroke of Beauty. And this is actually their brunette brow gel, and it looks like very dark gray. But for some reason, I feel like it works because I don't add a lot. I just go over the hairs of my brows, and I like it. This thing is so glittery. This is the Smashbox Contour Palette. It looks like this. And for my face, I kind of just mix these two dark colors. This one's more of like a bronzer, this one's more of a cool tone contour color, and I just kind of go around the forehead a little bit. I feel like the cool tone contour color is a little bit too cool tone, and it can almost go like a little bit pink on me, so I like to mix it and warm it up a little bit with the more bronzer looking shade. It just seems to blend better. Luna hasn't been in one of my main channel videos in a long time. She hates the lights. She just like immediately like melts. She's just like, no, I'm not into this. I gotta go home. Oh, my little stink bean. I think she's tired. I think she wants me to hold her in my lap, which I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm such a pushover. Like, she gets whatever she wants. I'm not in charge here. I use the same combination for my jawline contour as well. I always try to like go to town on my chin. I'm just trying to like make it a little shorter because I've got like a very long oval face. I'm working with what I got. Pretty sure there's no way to fix that, for sure. I also like to go over my ears during this step just to like make sure they're meshing with the rest of the perimeter of my face. Generally, lately, I've been trying to like not really like go too hard with the contour, which is why I've really been liking this palette because it's not too intense. It's taking basically every ounce of my willpower right now not to turn on Hulu on my phone and watch another cheesy Christmas movie. Like, that's all I want to do tonight. That's all I want to do for the rest of December. Like, even after Christmas, I don't even care. Okay, and now I'm gonna use that lighter shade. It's kind of like a highlight, but it's totally matte. And I'm gonna go under my eyes just a little bit, and I'm gonna go on the sides of my nose. And that kind of like blends my nose contour, or that's what it's supposed to do. I also kind of bring it up on my forehead and between my brows. I'm just like really sloppy with it, hoping that it will just kind of like blend everything together. Okay, next up, I'm grabbing my Hourglass bronzer in Nude Bronze Light. It's one of the ambient lighting powders, and I love this one, and I'm just like really lightly going over pretty much everything. but especially here on the cheek area because I didn't really do any actual contouring there. And using Fire Crystal from my Fenty Beauty highlight palette. Well, is this a palette? If it's 2 colors, is a palette? I don't really know, but this is definitely by far my favorite side. They're pretty similar, but it's the more intense one. I have been using this highlight like religiously since I got it. I cannot be stopped. I feel like I'm doing my makeup so out of order right now. Okay, and I also do it down my nose, but like ever so slightly, because I feel like it's a very, very fine line between cute nose highlight and like too much nose highlight and actually makes my nose look bigger. So I have to be very careful. I can't really go to town with that. And I pretty much stopped using highlighter like anywhere else except for like right here and a little bit on the nose. That's it. Okay, today we're just gonna go back to the old faithful Milani Luminoso. You know it's good. We can't get away from it. It is what it is. You can't have too much Luminoso in your life. I've been experimenting with doing my blush a little bit higher. I don't know if it's working. There's only so many different places you can put your blush, but lately I've been doing like 2 millimeters higher. It's changing my life. Next up, I'm using the Marc Jacobs mascara. I just recently got this in the mail and I've been loving it. It's so amazing. I think it's called the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara. Not really sure. I haven't heard anybody else talk about this. It's really new, or at least it's really new to me, and it's just so good. Oh my gosh, and with my lash lift, it is even better. I feel like I find a new favorite mascara like every other month, which is actually kind of like perfect timing, but I also like to be consistent. I don't like to betray my love like every other month. It's not good. Do you see that? That is 1 coat. It's amazing. Like, I probably sound like a crazy person, but like when it's good, you gotta tell people. Do you ever just like get tired like halfway through your makeup and like, wait guys, can we do something different? But you can't stop. Like, I've already gone this far. I already have like red glitter on my lids. There's no going back now, honey. Okay, I'm going back to my Makeup Geek palette and I'm using this orangey brown again, and I'm bringing that under my eyes. Oh, what happened? No! My mascara wasn't dry and I got like a black line under my eye. Why? Oh, that actually wasn't that hard to fix. Panic over. Just canceled the panic. Sorry about that. Okay, and I'm also gonna use a little bit of that peach smoothie just to really like blend out the edge. I'm also grabbing some of that super dark brown Americano on the tiny, tiny, tiny brush, and I'm just using a little tiny bit just to connect it to the upper dark portion. Only a tiny bit. And I'm also using my little Victoria Beckham double-sided eyeliner. I'm using the black side to tightline. I need to sharpen this so bad. It is really a miracle that I even have eyes anymore. Okay, now I'm gonna add my lashes, and I'm using these Ardell Faux Mink lashes. It doesn't look like these actually have a name. I don't know. I will figure it out and I'll put it in the description. I'll list everything in the description. It's gonna be a crazy long list. It's gonna take me forever to make it, but I will do it. I used these lashes last time I did this look, and so they're in my handy dandy little Altoids box. Yes, I don't know if that's weird, but I trimmed them down a lot, like down to the point where they're like half lashes. And so they're really subtle, but I feel like they add just enough to work with this look. Like, I feel like you just have to have lashes if you're like covered in glitter. But I'm gonna put on these lashes and I'll be right back. All right, I got my lashes on. They are large and in charge, but they're really only on the outer corner. I really like to do it like that because I don't have a ton of lid space. And so when I'm doing something that I want to be eye-catching, I don't want to cover it up with giant lashes that go all the way in. Like, I do love those, but for this glitter situation, I want to keep it on the outer corner. Now for the lips. I'm kind of between 2 colors. These are both Smashbox Always On Metallic Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I think I'm gonna go for the darker color. This is Rouge A. I'm not sure, this might be a little bit much. I know you're not supposed to do like bam, all the interest on the eyes, but also on the lips, but what are the holidays for, right? Whoa, that is crazy. crazy. I think the metallic mattes are new because I have liked their always on liquid lipsticks before, but I'd never tried a metallic one. Oh my gosh, this is not going well. I'm not doing a very good job. Wow, I really like this lip color, but the bottom lip looks like garbage and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save it. It's like a subtle metallic. Typically, I would shy away from a metallic, but I feel like in this color, the darker color, it just kind of ends up catching the light on the bottom middle part of your lip, like the part that you would usually like highlight with a lighter color. I feel like it just catches the light right there. I'm kind of loving that. Okay. All right, that is the best I can do. They look so much better. They're like at least 2 levels above garbage. This is the finished look. Where is my setting spray? I do not know. I will use my setting spray, or maybe I won't. I don't even know. I might live on the edge, no setting spray. But this is the look. I am done. This is very intense. You could definitely choose to do a more subtle nude lip. I went full speed into the danger zone with a bold mouth, bold lip. But you know what? I have no regrets. If the holidays are for nothing else, it's for being super extra, like these sleeves. I hope you guys like this. I had fun doing it. I'm sorry if this was like the longest video ever. I feel like doing a full face like talk through situation, it always just takes a million years. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know in the comments or let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. I hope you guys are having an awesome holiday season. I hope you get everything you want for Christmas, and don't forget that I love you. Do I need to zoom you out for this? Are you sick of being up my nose? I feel like you probably are. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I make new videos all the time and I would love for you guys to come back. It's free, it's fun, or at least I think it's fun. Hopefully you do too. You can also find me on social media. It's LeighAnnSays everywhere and I love talking to you guys over there. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone. Yet I still try to fix it. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing. Excuse me. Where do I even begin? There's so much glitter in my bronzer. I swear I just breathed in some glitter.